Hello everybody, and welcome to your Venus and Scorpio retrograde tarot reading. So I have to give a brief intro about this video and how it works, so please just bear with me. I know nobody likes intros, but this is actually about the reading. So any question you have will be addressed here and you won't have to ask it later. This reading is for your Venus sign. It's not your sun, not your moon, not your rising. This reading is intended for your Venus sign since Venus is actually going retrograde. Now, if you don't know what your Venus sign is, I've left a link for a free natal chart in the description box below this video, and you'll be able to see, which house and sign your Venus occupies. Now, if you do not have your actual birth time, that's okay. You'll still see which sign Venus rules is being ruled under in your natal chart. You just won't have an accurate view of which house Venus falls into, all right? You need your birth time for your houses to be precise, but you will definitely see which sign Venus sits in your natal chart. So with that said, Venus will go retrograde on October 5th. She's going to retrograde all the way back through Scorpio, which is the 8th house, and she will return to the 7th house of Libra on October 31st, where she will continue her retrograde all the way back through Libra until November 16th. Venus returns direct on the 16th of November, and she will begin her forward movement through Libra once again. She will re-enter Scorpio on December 2nd, and then finally in January of 2019, she will move into Sagittarius, which will complete a very long transit between the 7th and 8th house energies. Because Venus is currently in Scorpio. She was in Libra, and so she's almost out of Scorpio, but here she's going to backtrack all the way back through Libra. Now, astrologically wise, the 7th house is about relationships and partnerships and balance, and then the 8th house is, intensity, transformation, endings, beginnings, shared resources, just a lot of deep, intense energy. So this retrograde is truly about a powerful release and big time change in that 7th, 8th house energy, as well as wherever Venus sits in your natal chart and which houses in your natal chart are ruled by Libra and Scorpio, okay? So you will notice this energy playing out in your relationships, in like resources, shared resources, where you need change and transformation in your life, okay? But in your personal natal chart, where Libra and Scorpio are and where Venus is also going to be a lot of powerful energy for you. So I highly recommend you check out your natal chart with that link if you don't know it very well. And again, unfortunately, if you do not have your birth time, you will not be able to see that the houses precisely, okay? You'll be able to see where which sign Venus sits in, but the house will not be accurate unless you have your birth time, okay? So with that said, I will get started with your readings. Hello and welcome to your Venus retrograde tarot reading. This is for those of you that have Venus in the sign of Cancer. Okay, so you guys are probably going to be feeling this quite a bit, considering Venus is retrograding through a sister water sign, which is Scorpio, okay? So those of you with Venus in Cancer, very sensitive time, deep reassessment, a lot of things probably rising up from the surface of your soul, okay? So this side of the reading will focus on when Venus is retrograding through Scorpio, and then over here is Libra when she makes her way to Libra. So I will do this reading predominantly from a relationship standpoint because of the houses that Venus is retrograding in. However, look to your own natal chart to see where Libra and Scorpio, which houses those are, and which house your Venus is sitting in, okay? Because apply this reading to those areas of your life as well, as you will feel impact there. Probably maybe more so than even relationships. Just depends on your personal natal chart, okay? So let's see what's up for you guys. All right, over here we have abundance. So open your arms to the richness of life. Wealth is abundant and great opportunities are about to unfold. Offer gratitude to accept these many blessings. Very nice, very nice. So this Venus retrograde for you guys, those of you with Venus in Cancer, some of you, this is where you're actually getting a return of energy, all right? Goodness that you've put out, a lot of hard work, favors, random acts of kindness, being loving, being compassionate, being understanding, just whatever your thing is that you do for other people, just who you are in general. It's like Venus going retrograde is blessing you somehow, some way, okay? So if Libra or Scorpio or Venus sits in your 2nd, 6th, or 10th house, that's all about career and finance, and there's a reward coming for you, all right, through past energy, effort in that area of your life. You know, it just really depends on where these things fall in your natal chart. But ultimately, this could be where, you know, in relationships, you're finally hitting the jackpot as well. So over here on the Libra side, we have wisdom, and it says wisdom is understanding, intelligence, knowledge, and acceptance of life experiences. Be wise. Do not give your power to others. Speak your truth. So over here, as we get into Libra, when Venus makes her way to Libra, you guys are going to be actually a bit more assertive than you typically would be, okay, with the Venus in Cancer. You guys are like, you know, because you see that tiger back there, it's like you feel very empowered, and where you feel somebody's been taking advantage of you or, you know, not pulling their weight, you're going to be pretty eager to point that out or let them know, where typically you normally wouldn't say anything, or you just try to overlook it or be the bigger person. It's like you're like, no, this has got to change. I need some restoration in my relationships. I need balance in my relationships. I want happiness. Some of you, because this is a retrograde, you are coming into wisdom and understanding about everything that you've been going through. And in that process of coming into your understanding, you know, growing into your consciousness that has been stretched through your life experience up to this point, you're gaining wisdom and you're gaining some form of reward, okay? Others of you, this Venus retrograde is more about creativity, oddly enough, and it's like any sort of idea you have, any sort of creative talent that you have, and you want to try to make it manifest, do it. Go about it very practical, very wise, okay? And you will make some moolah. You will. You got to believe in yourself. And once you start it, you go from start to finish. Don't let yourself give up. And I'm telling you, you got some magic here, because it looks very creative, okay? Very creative. And, you know, Venus does rule the 2nd house of Taurus. That's about money and finances. So any sort of idea you have, dream, I feel like you could make it manifest. Just don't give up and believe in yourself every step of the way, okay? So let's pull some more cards here. Oh, nice. Yeah. Eagle, vision, higher self, truth. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. Over here. Oh yeah. Look at knowledge of self, treasure, realization, true life. Oh my gosh, those of you with Venus in Cancer, wow, you're going to have a pretty profound change and transformation take place in your consciousness over this retrograde. No question in my mind about that. And you're really going to become empowered and know your place in the universe, in relationships, what you give of yourself, what you offer of yourself. Your intuition is going to be out of this world good over the next couple of months. So really trust yourself. I'm telling you, the universe has you projected for some sort of big time success, big time reward. Those of you that have like this idea, this goal, this dream, you do it. Do it. And with the eagle here and wisdom, it's like you're going to come from such a high place. You're going to be incredibly creative. It will be unique. It will be yours. It's authentic to your soul. It will be popular. It will be successful. You've just got to believe in that and start putting the energy and effort into it. Others of you, this is like through this retrograde where you're pulling all of your energy out of other people, their situations, their dramas, their needs, and you're finally incorporating it into your own self. And in doing so, wow, it's just like rewards come your way. Your consciousness expands. You see things from a much different level. You're really, you know, Venus retrograde is about relationships, but with this coming out, big time emphasis on the relationship you have with yourself as she's retrograding through Libra, okay? And you're just coming to a place where you're like, nope, because here we have speak your truth, and here we have true life. You are realizing your value. You are realizing what you bring to the table, what you bring to this world, what you bring to all the relationships that you participate in, okay? This is really good, very empowering retrograde for those of you that have Venus in Cancer. Yep, because look at this. Now we have this King of Cups right here. To me, this is you. You being on point. You realizing your value. You realizing your worth. You feeling like you're on top of the world because there's abundance that's coming for you. There's reward. This is just really good. Really good reading. So let's pull some tarot and see what comes out there. What somebody has taken from you or unlawfully done to you in the past, after this retrograde, you're going to be ready to lay it all out on the line and let a fool know how you feel. And also, I feel like with this and abundance, what was taken from you or what was lost is now going to be returned to you during this retrograde, because look at what we have here, the Fool. And in this position, where you're headed is so much better than where you've been. And where have you been? It's heartache, it's sadness, it's disconnection of self, it's struggle, it's lack, all right? And ultimately, at the end of the day, that all comes down to the relationship you have with yourself and the relationship you have with the universe. And something about this retrograde just is really highlighting that for you. And there's great healing, there's great illumination, and we're feeling like, you know, what's in the past is in the past. This is sadness, this is heartache, this is guilt, this is shame. And you know what? It's the end to that. We can't be in that anymore. You know, if you've been really like just hard on yourself, feeling really down because of your life circumstances and just the different challenges that you've been facing, you're coming out of that, okay? Like, don't even cry. Don't even stress. What has been taken from you is going to be returned to you, okay? By the end of the year in a new form. You know, it might not be the exact thing, but it's like with abundance here and the eagle, all things are going to be balanced. And you don't need to worry. You don't need to stress. You don't need to cry. You don't need to feel bad. Okay? It's all going to be okay. It's all going to shift. It's all going to get better. You just start working on that relationship with yourself and loving yourself and really waking up your talents, whatever they are. I don't care, you know, how big or small. You can make something with it. I see that here. You know, there's something special being offered to Venus and Cancer through this reading. I see it. And it's about to get better. You guys have been through some hell and back, and it's about to get good. Where you're headed is better than where you've been, okay? So let's pull you an outcome card. All right, we have the full Aries moon here. A fiery climax approaches. Yes, listen, all is well. We are actually under the Aries full moon right now as I record this on October 2nd. And that will be true until the end of October. Then we will have the Taurus full moon. So currently, I feel in this reading, it's letting you know that things are really going to start shifting. As Venus is in retrograding in Scorpio. And you know, the eagle is often depicted as the sign of Scorpio. And I just feel very empowering time for you, incredibly transformational. You're breaking out of some sort of mold, and you're not going to put up with anybody's crap. You're not going to put up with depression, anybody putting you down, anybody stealing from you, taking from you, using you, you name it. Whatever has happened, you're done. You're coming into your wisdom. You're putting your foot down. Big time changes and transformation and rewards coming your way for what you've been through. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the relationship between you and yourself is restored and repaired, and you're going to know yourself better than you've ever known yourself. And in that place, nobody can screw you over or play the games they've played in the past, okay? They won't be able to do it. You'll be too wise, all right? So those are the messages for those of you who have Venus in Cancer. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.